Hello world, welcome. My name is Luann Pikett and it is Sunday evening. So I'm going to play the piano and sing a song for you, and I'm also going to read some verses from the Bible. And I've titled this tonight, The God Who Stays. That's because it's a brand new song. I don't know if you've heard that song. It's a great song. And I'm reading some verses from the Bible today about the God who will never leave us. Deuteronomy 31:8. It is the Lord who goes before you. He will be with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. Do not fear or be dismayed. Joshua 1, verse 5 and verse 9. No man, this is God talking to Joshua now. No man shall be able to stand before you all the days of your life. Just as I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will not leave you or forsake you. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. So wherever you're at, even if you're somewhere you don't want to be, wherever you're at, know that God is there with you. Psalm 94:14. For the Lord will not forsake his people. He will not abandon his heritage. Isn't it good to know that we are his heritage? Deuteronomy 20:1. When you go out to war against your enemies and see horses and chariots and an army larger than your own, you shall not be afraid of them. For the Lord your God is with you, who brought you up out of the land of Egypt. So even if it seems like you are surrounded by a larger group of enemies than you can deal with, it says even when you're surrounded by an army larger than yours, don't be afraid, for God is with you. You know, if even it's only you and God, that's all you need to be victorious. Psalm 27:10. For my father and my mother have forsaken me. Now, some people, this is true for them. Some it is, some it isn't. If you are someone that your family has even forsaken you, and everybody you know and loved has forsaken you, even if that's the case, it says, but the Lord will take me in. Even if everyone on this planet has forsaken you, the Lord will always take you in. Jeremiah 1:8. Do not be afraid of them, for I am with you to deliver you, declares the Lord. He's not only with you, he's there to deliver you. And he tells us again and again, do not be afraid. Genesis 28:15. Behold, I am with you and will keep you wherever you go and will bring you back to this land, for I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised. I love that line. He will not leave me until he's done what he's promised me. He has a lot to go. A lot to go. There's a lot of things I've been promised I have not seen, and it has not yet come to me. And it says he's never going to leave me until he has done what he's promised. So it means he's still here, because I am waiting for what he's promised. Matthew 28:20. Teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you, and behold, I am with you always to the end of the age. You know, the end of the age? That's like the end of this era that we're in. That's a long time for him to stay, and he's still staying. Now, this is a song, I don't know if you've heard it. If you haven't, it's fairly new. I've been hearing it on the radio lately, called The God Who Stays. And it is such a good song, and it's just a challenging song, but it's so good. Every time it comes on, I want to sing it. And I did this in a key that I lowered it a little bit, but it's still a little high. And then I thought, oh, I should have done it in a little bit lower key, but I'd have to rewrite it all again. I'm not doing that. So I'm going to do it in this key, but it's a beautiful song. If I were you, I would have given up on me by now. I would have labeled me a lost cause, 'cause I feel just like a lost cause. If I were you, I would have turned around and walked away. I would have labeled me beyond repair, 'cause I feel like I'm beyond repair. But somehow you don't see me like I do. Somehow you're still here. You're the God who stays. You're the God who stays. You're the one who runs in my direction when the whole world walks away. You're the God who stands with wide open I used to hide. Every time I thought it let you down, I always thought I had to earn my way. But I'm learning you don't work that way. But somehow you don't see me like I do. Somehow you're still here. You're the God who stays. You're the God who stays. You're the one who runs in my direction when the whole world walks away. You're the God who stands with wide open arms, and you tell me nothing I have ever done can separate my heart from the God who stays. My shame can't separate, my guilt can't separate, my past can't separate. I'm yours forever. My sin can't separate, my scars can't separate, my failures can't separate. I'm yours forever. No enemies can separate, no power of hell can take away. Your love for me will never change. Yours forever. You're the God who stays. You're the God who stays. You're the one who runs in my direction when the whole world walks away. You're the God who stands with wide open arms, and you tell me nothing I have ever done could separate my heart from the God who stays. You're the God who stays. You're the one who runs in my direction when the whole world walks away. You're the God who stands with wide open arms, and you tell me nothing I have ever done separate my heart from the God who stays. You tell me nothing I have ever done can separate my heart from the God who stays. Isn't that beautiful? He's the God who stays. 1 Samuel 12:22 says, "For the Lord will not forsake his people for his great name's sake, because it has pleased the Lord to make you a people for himself." I like that this says, he will not forsake his people for his great name's sake. He doesn't say, I will not forsake my people for their sake. And even though you might think that sounds better, it's not. Because when he says, I will not forsake the Lord will not forsake his people for his great name's sake. See, his name is perfect and we are not. We might not be worth staying for at times. But he's not just doing it, even though he does love us and he will stay because he loves us, but he's doing it for his great name's sake. He's doing it because he gave his word. And he's doing it for his name. And that, see, that won't fail. He will not fail in that. Even if we fail, he will not fail because he's doing it for his great name's sake. Psalm 37:28. For the Lord loves justice. He will not forsake his saints. They are preserved forever. Don't you like that phrase? They're preserved. It's like you put up preserves. We're canned. That's what I look like. I'm seeing myself on the shelf in a mason jar. He's preserved us. We're not going to go bad. We're not going to go away. He's preserving us. And it says he's preserved us forever, but the children of the wicked shall be cut off. Deuteronomy 20:4. For the Lord your God is he who goes with you to fight for you against your enemies, to give you the victory. So he's not just staying. He's not just there. He is with you, but he says he's going with you to fight for you. That's why he's here. That's why he's with us. He's fighting for you against your enemies to give you the victory. He's giving you the victory. It's interesting because, Jesus already won the victory, and God is always victorious. Jesus has the victory. God has the victory. But it says he's fighting against your enemies to give you the victory, because he's already got it. He doesn't need to get the victory for himself. He's already won. But now he's fighting for you against your enemies to give you the victory. If you don't yet have the victory, he's fighting for you. He's fighting for you to give it to you. And I love this. I read some of this before, several weeks ago, but it's so good. I'm going to read part of it again. Isaiah 49, 14 through 19. But Zion said, the Lord has forsaken me, and my Lord has forgotten me. Have you ever felt that way? I sure have. Because of things happening in my life, I'm like, how could God let this happen to me? He must not. He's forgotten. He's forgotten what I've prayed for. He's forgotten what he promised me. He's forsaken me and he's just failing me. He's just not doing it. I felt this way. I think we all have at times. Doesn't mean it's a true feeling, but it's the feeling we can have. Even Jesus on the cross said, my God, why have you forsaken me? So if Jesus can say, God, why have you forsaken me? And it wasn't wrong for him to say that. I don't really think God is going to be mad at us if we say, God, I feel like you've forsaken me. As long as we know that he really hasn't. But we can have that feeling. And this again says, Zion said, the Lord has forsaken me and the Lord has forgotten me. And this is God's answer. Can a woman forget her nursing child and not have compassion on the son of her womb? Surely they may forget. So they're saying even that normally not a person who would forget. But they even can compared to God. They even can forget. Yet I will not forget you. Even if you feel forgotten or forsaken, you have not been. This is why you have not been. See, I have inscribed you on the palms of my hands. He's got your name written. Not just written, inscribed. Inscribed is more like dug in, I think. I'm seeing more like etched. On the palm of his hands. How often do you see the palm of your hands? What if you had somebody's name written on the palm of your hands permanently or tattooed there? Every time you looked at it, you would think of them. You wouldn't forget them. You could never forget them every time you look at your hand. Every time you look at your hand, you would not forget them forever because their name is there. And this is what God is saying. I've inscribed you on the palms of my hands. Your walls are continually before me. Your sons shall make haste. Your destroyers and those who laid you waste shall go away from you. Lift up your eyes. Look around and see. All these gather together and come to you. God has people gathering together to come to you. As I live, says the Lord, you shall surely clothe yourselves with them all as an ornament, and bind them on you as a bride does. And I love this line. For your waste and desolate places. Do you have waste and desolate places in your life? Most of us do. I definitely do. For your waste and desolate places and the land of your destruction. Where was the land of your destruction? The land of my destruction was the marriage that I had. That ended up being the land of my destruction. It says, even now it will be too small for the inhabitants, and those who swallowed you up will be far away. But who will be near? The God who stays. The God who stays will never, as he said several times in these verses, never leave you, never forsake you. He's there beside you. Even if you feel forgotten and you feel forsaken, it's just a feeling. It is not the truth. The truth is the word of God. He will never leave you or forsake you. He is the God who stays, and nothing I have ever done can separate my heart from the God who stays, and yours either, if he is your Lord. Till next week, may you be very blessed this week, and remember, every moment of every day, you are surrounded by the God who stays. Good night.